Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. The Solana chart has, as you probably know if you watched yesterday's video, has formed so far only 3 waves to the upside here into the swing high that formed on Wednesday at around $148, just below our structural resistance line that is here located at 148.80. So we saw let's call it a 4th wave pullback, at least in the yellow scenario. We can still class the pullback as a wave 4. When I made the video yesterday, the price was testing 4th wave support. It even briefly broke it, but it was not a decisive break, and we have avoided a break into the wave 1 price region. So therefore, the idea that this here could still be the yellow scenario, it's still valid, okay? Even though the wave 4 was deep, even though it looks a little bit strange, I think it's enough reason not to trust this scenario, but still we can watch for it, and so far the price keeps the yellow count we discussed alive. Now, important is also to mention that the white scenario in which we're tracking a corrective rally is of course also valid. If we break higher above the green line, then we just need to pay attention to this support, not support zone, more a target zone, because to keep really the look of a 5-wave move up, we need to make sure the 5th wave is not too long. I know it does sound a bit strange, but it is actually less bullish if we get a move up that is too long. Why is that? Well, from an indicator point of view, you could say the bulls are getting exhausted then. It also has to do with the proportions of the move and the structures, because if we get a move to the upside that reaches the so-called 100% extension of the initial A wave, it means that this move up that started yesterday is as long as the A wave, which started down here on Sunday, the 22nd of June. And the problem with that is that this Z wave to the upside then, or the white count, would look more like a C wave. Because if the A wave and the C wave have the same length, well, that's clearly a 3-wave move. And that makes it less bullish, because there is a risk that if it's a 3-wave move, it breaks down completely again, okay? To keep the look of a 5-wave move, ideally, this move up that started yesterday does not exceed $155.73. So I can consider this to be a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even though the 4th wave is very deep. But I can consider it to be a 5-wave move as long as the 5th wave does not break above $155.73. So if we basically rally a little higher, and it might need another 4-5 pattern, as you can see here, find, let's say, resistance or stop basically in the area between 155.73 and 151.60, then the subsequent pullback could be a wave 2 in yellow and could set the stage for further rallies. The problem is, if it just goes straight higher, it looks more like an A, B, C structure, with the A wave as a 3-wave move, the B wave pullback, because it was so deep, that's actually quite likely, and then the C wave getting to the 100% extension, or even a little higher, but it will then not be a 5-wave move anymore. Then it will look more like a 3-wave move, and that means, okay, be prepared maybe for another low. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but it means it's going to be less clear. So for a clear pattern, and so far it's following that pathway, we want to get 5 waves up, which means the next objective is for the bulls to defend the last swing low. $140.40 needs to hold, because this keeps the direct local uptrend alive that started here on Friday. And also we want to see a break above $148.80, next resistance, and then for the bulls to target this area between $151.60 and $155.73. That's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested, check out our additional updates on X. You can find our profile linked in the video description and in the comments section. And you can find additional updates here, behind the scenes stuff and mindset stuff and much more. You can ask questions. I'll often reply here. So check it out, and I wish you a great weekend. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.